Did you know that Simon and Garfunkel's most iconic hit, the song that changed music forever, was never meant to be a hit at all? It was buried on a failed album, forgotten, ignored, and almost erased from their careers. Yet somehow, that same quiet little track became the spark that transformed two boys from Queens into global legends. This is the story of how a flop, a secret experiment, and a broken friendship created one of the greatest songs of all time.
Then we fast forward to when you finally have had enough. And, Artie's off making his movies.
But even in these early years, the cracks were already forming. Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel met as children in Queens. They were curious kids who loved simple melodies and radio shows. Music gave them comfort and excitement. Simon practiced guitar every afternoon, learning small chords. Garfunkel discovered harmony through school choirs and local performances. Their talents blended naturally. They spent hours singing together in basements and stairwells. Their voices merged with a softness that felt almost magical. This teamwork built trust, innocence, and dreams long before they understood how fragile it was. They didn't realize they were building the foundation of something historic, yet the signs were already there. Every song they sang felt more natural than the last, shaping their early years and inspiring their teenage dreams. But childhood harmony doesn't always survive growing up.
It's almost awkward to say, well, I've been thinking about this big subject.
And one record label decision would change everything. As teenagers, they created a duo inspired by the Everly Brothers and called themselves Tom and Jerry. The name gave them a youthful identity. They recorded their first single, Hey Schoolgirl, in Manhattan. The song carried bright harmonies and catchy teenage charm. To their surprise, the song reached number 49, sold thousands, earned income, and sparked real career hope. But early success came with challenges and pressures they had never experienced before. Behind the scenes, pressure grew. Promoter Sid Prosen secretly signed Simon as a solo act. Garfunkel felt betrayed. Their partnership fractured, the duo dissolved. And just like that, the boys from Queens drifted into silence.
Sore at me?
Yeah, you're
No,
seldom
as a
seen.
matter of fact, he's spending his time these days on a farm in Scotland.
But destiny wasn't finished with them. After the split, Simon chased new collaborations. He wrote songs with other musicians and chased fresh opportunities. His ambition pushed him deeper into songwriting. But Garfunkel took a different path. He went quiet, choosing academics and privacy. He attended college and embraced a calm, private life. Both young men had questions about their future. Simon questioned his place in the industry, and Garfunkel wondered if music still mattered to him. Yet deep inside, the old bond pulled at them both. Despite all this, the world around them was also changing rapidly. Meanwhile, folk music exploded, creating a new space for emotional storytellers. Artists were sharing their hearts with simple guitars, and that growing wave created new space for dreamers. But their separate journeys, unknown to them, were quietly preparing them for a second chance together. And fate did what it does best.
You suddenly saying, that's it, I'm going off on my own.
It wasn't Artie's fault.
Their big comeback album, it would become their biggest disappointment. In 1963, folk music exploded across America. Coffee houses, radios, and clubs echoed with soft melodies. Young crowds embraced songs filled with depth and reflection. Simon and Garfunkel reunited to join this movement. They performed in small clubs around Greenwich Village. Their voices still blended with beautiful precision. The crowds noticed their chemistry immediately. During one performance, Columbia Records producer Tom Wilson listened closely. He sensed something rare in their harmonies. He signed them under their real names for the first time. The duo felt hopeful again. They worked hard crafting delicate acoustic songs. Their debut folk album, Wednesday Morning 3 a.m., seemed promising. They believed this album would mark their true beginning. But the music industry had other plans.
You just got back from traveling with your
your partner?
That's right, we did,
Hidden deep in that failure, a quiet song waited. The album was released in 1964 with high expectations, but sales were painfully low. The project failed to recover its investment. Radio stations ignored most tracks, and public interest was minimal. The disappointment crushed the duo. They felt invisible in the crowded market. Simon left for England to restart his career alone. He performed in small clubs and wrote new material. Garfunkel returned to college to finish his studies. Their partnership collapsed again. This time, both men believed their dream had finally ended, and just like that, their album disappeared from stores and conversations. But one quiet track still waited in the shadows. And that almost fading track was about to rewrite everything.
we began to do some concerts. The first group of concerts since we played in the park.
This whisper was about to become a roar. Hidden on the failed album was the sound of silence. It was haunting, fragile, intimate, and completely ignored. Simon's lyrics explored isolation, confusion, and emotional distance. Not only that, the acoustic arrangement felt fragile and intimate. Listeners barely noticed it during release. It gained no radio play and little attention. Yet the song held a strange depth that lingered. It felt like a whisper in a noisy world. Even the duo didn't expect anything from it. They moved on with their lives while the song slept quietly. Its potential remained buried under the album's failure. But music often finds new life when least expected.
Believe whether there's a greater power than us, where God is, if God does exist.
Awkward to write it in a song and say, here's my opinion.
Tom Wilson, the producer, watched a major shift in 1965. Folk artists were embracing electric instruments. Bob Dylan had already transformed his sound with huge impact, and Wilson believed some folk songs needed stronger energy. Returning to the old Simon and Garfunkel album, The Sound of Silence caught his attention again. He sensed untapped power inside the song. So he made a bold decision. And what did he do next? He didn't tell the duo. He added electric guitars, bass, and drums to the acoustic track. He never asked the duo for permission. He never warned them about his plan. The new version carried powerful momentum and emotional force. Wilson released it without their knowledge. And that quiet experiment created an unexpected spark. That decision changed everything.
And they fit, maybe 90% of the songs that I first heard.
Their journey reached its peak in 1970 with Bridge Over Troubled Water. The album showed emotional depth and musical bravery. It blended gospel, folk, rock, and global influences. The title track delivered soaring vocals and warm comfort. It became one of the most cherished songs in modern history. The album earned multiple Grammy Awards and worldwide praise. Its success marked the height of their partnership. But success comes with price. The pressure and personal differences returned. The duo separated soon after release, yet their legacy was already immortal. Millions continue to find hope in their music, and it all began with one forgotten track, a silent song, a quiet failure, and an unexpected mistake that changed music forever. Their biggest failure became their first masterpiece. Simon and Garfunkel's story reminds us that failure can hide unexpected gifts. A forgotten track becomes a cultural landmark. A broken duo became legends. And a silent song became a powerful voice for generations. What hidden masterpiece could be waiting inside your own setbacks today? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, like, and share.